KidsGames is amazing. KidsGames is enthusiastic. KidsGames is all in, and KidsGames is all about Jesus.
Kids come back later in the year, like months later, and I'm like, how'd you hear of Beach City? He's like, I went to KidsGames over the summer, and it's just like so amazing that out of absolutely nowhere, and they're back, and all of a sudden their whole family's plugged in because of KidsGames.
I see kids coming together, getting to know each other, strangers that have never seen each other before, and I think the big groups and the small groups continue to bond these children together.
I'm part of a bigger story. That God is with all of us at every time. He will always be with you, but not like visible, but in your heart. You should live like Jesus and love him and tell other people about him.
I didn't know how good it felt until I did it at KidsGames. I didn't know how good it felt to help people learn about the Lord until I did KidsGames.
I didn't know I could make that big a difference in a kid's life at my age right now, and seeing that I can make a difference and even impact a family from there, it really just gives me hope and inspiration to keep doing this and keep going with KidsGames.
When you're a volunteer at KidsGames, you get put into this group of people, and all of a sudden you start to get to know each other, and then now you go to church and you see your friends and you're like, hey, so-and-so, you're like, oh yeah, because you've got this KidsGames bond.
I think that I wanted to be a marine biologist because I was thinking that I had to go into a STEM major or anything like that. But from volunteering at KidsGames, this is now my 6th year, I've realized that I want to work with kids. I've realized that my passion is with kids, and that every time I come to KidsGames, I'm the happiest I am, like throughout the entire year.
When I actually went to KidsGames and I felt the Holy Spirit in a way that I hadn't before, I was able to not only like grow in my relationships with like people, but with God. By the end of it, I lost my voice. I probably slept for 2 days straight afterwards, and I loved every single moment of it.
KidsGames is the best possible use of your time. It's the best investment you could ever make. The friendships that we built, the relationships that we built, the growth we saw out of our children from that KidsGames experience was incredible.
I decided to follow Jesus today because it's very important.
Just seeing the impact on the kids and what they do, it's great. I mean, you got such a small amount of time with them, but it's a big impact on their lives.